Hi, morning. My name is Karen. Thank you for taking the time to attend the training. Just to let you know, I'm recording the training because I'm doing this for accreditation as well. So thank you for attending. So before I proceed, I would like to do ice-breaking session with you guys. Okay. So before that, those who are in the Zoom, you can see me, you can hear me, but I don't think I can communicate so much two ways. But during the ice-breaking session, whatever they are doing, if you want to join in to guess what they are saying, you can unmute yourself and you can join in with us. Okay? So a little bit, just a brief introduction about me is I'm a wellness coach. What I'm going to do with you today is something about mindset and mental health. So for this particular ice-breaking session, I'll show you how to do it. So these three of you here, right? So all of you have to do it. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, you're going to pick up something from this box. Okay. There is a sentence inside, but when you want to read out the sentence, you cannot move your tongue. Okay. So your tongue has to be stuck at the bottom. This way. Oh, all right. She is.
Ruby.
Hi, Ruby. Can you sit? You want to sit front or back? Oh, yeah, sit back. Okay, Ruby, we're just about to start the ice-breaking session. So what I was saying is, there's a box of these papers inside. Each one of you will take turns to choose. So there's a sentence, but when you read, you cannot move your tongue. So you're like, okay. So whatever you read, the people here or the people in Zoom will have to guess what you're saying. Okay? Can? Okay, let me try. Okay, you guess what I'm saying. So this is what. Okay. Are you able to read again? Slowly. Okay, anyone in Zoom would like to decipher what I'm saying? Just let me check the camera. Alright, okay, they can see. Okay. Are you able to hear what I'm saying? No, okay. So actually what I was saying is always take time. Always take time to pause and listen. Okay, so when you do it like this, cannot move or take time to pause and listen. Okay? Yeah. Alright, come. Who wants to try that? Anyone, anyway, each one of you need to try. Yeah. Alright, try one. Okay, now you read together. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, can you not understand, right? Okay, what did you read?
Jom mulakan hari baru dengan semangat baru.
Okay, then come next one. Okay, don't put this back. Alright, come. Hey, jangan tahu, jangan tahu. Okay, kalau hơi gọi vậy. Gọi.
Saya. Tanya.
Okay, quite close. Okay, jadi saya nak kencing mana tanda? It's for you. Sorry, I did it. I think Cindy, okay. Not get a chocolate. Too long for you. Okay, never mind. Since not many people usually change it right now. This is a short one for you.
Something like a secret cat something.
So the secret of getting ahead is getting started. So you got almost there, right? Hey. Okay, so this ice breaking message. Do you know when a person has a stroke? They get a stroke. This is how it is. They cannot really speak. So this is just to highlight. We always take things for granted, right? Our tongue, we need to talk. So when you can't talk, as simple as saya nak kencing mana tanda, you can't tell the person, alright? And imagine if you can't even move your body. Yeah, you cannot show action. But of course, if just now we want to show action, there are many actions that we can show, right? And to actually show them what we are trying to say. Okay, so for the next thing, in front of you, this bottle. Okay, I blended this essential oil myself. So before I begin this session, I would like you all to, okay, get the right mindset to start this training. Okay, so what we are going to do, let me show you first. We're going to put 2 drops. Okay. 2 drops. Okay. To circulate just for a little while, just to heat up the oil, and then you're going to snap. Okay, you're going to snap it for 1 minute. 1 minute is about 20 breaths, but I ask you to talk out slowly. As you inhale, I want you to relax. Whatever problems or worries you have at work or home, you tell yourself that you're releasing it. Okay, so you just inhale. So you're going to do 8 times. Alright, and then only we will begin our session. Okay, so I give you some wood. Okay, take out your oil. Okay. put 2 drops. Are you okay? Yeah, 2 drops. And you just circulate, just rub your hands, circular motion just a little bit. Okay, and then we'll cut it. Inhale 20 breaths in, out 1. Okay. Relax. If you reach 20, you can do it again, right? Another 2 drops. Next drop. Next 2 drops. Don't have to close it there, right? You can just keep it open and put the next 2 drops. Proceed to the next drop. Eight times, yeah. Use the fourth one, right? Right here. Actually, direct essential oil will absorb inside, but this one, added a little bit of carrier oil.
I usually get attention.
I say Eliana. Eliana in the review. So the essential oils is with the carrier oil because I'm not too sure whether you all have used essential oil or not. If it's unique, sometimes the smell can be very strong. So I try to not, let you take in so much oil because some people can't accept the smell. So usually trainings I will pre-dilute it. So that's why you feel it's a little bit oily. Tapi kalau you put just the oil by itself, after a while it's gone. It really absorbs. Yeah. Okay. Round 3. So what you're indicating is I blended spearmint, so you can feel like the bubble gum spearmint, you can smell the chewing gum. I added cypress, and I added mellow. So it's actually to wake your brains up, boost so that you feel refreshed. Yeah, this morning I wanted you to have some booster up there first before I begin. Yeah. Now, cukup tak bang? Enough. It is enough. We can stop here. We can close back the oil to the side. Now we can open the card in front of you. Okay? So in fact, this card has a message for you. Okay, so wherever you set and whatever I give you, the message is meant for you. Okay? Okay. So we're going to start this session. Hi, am I too soft and the Zoom cannot hear me? Is it because I'm walking around? If I'm here now, can you hear? Can you hear me? Okay, I put down first. I don't walk around. Can you hear me now? She said Zoom not very clear. Okay, I have to talk a little bit louder because the people in Zoom cannot really hear me, so I'm going to talk a bit louder. Alright, so let me just start the session. Alright, a little bit more formal introduction. I'm a mother of 2 boys. My boys are now 9 and 10. Okay, I'm a certified aromatherapist and I'm a quantum energy coach, practitioner. Okay, any one of you here who are interested in quantum energy in terms of subconscious mindset, are you exposed or you know anything about this? Sorry. Okay, all right. I just wanted to check. All right. So, okay, what does this mean is, okay, as a clinical aroma therapist, what we do is we use essential oil in a clinical manner. We, like a doctor, we use essential oil to heal. We are not using essential oil just to make the place smell good. Okay, so there are ways to use it. So, we learn all these ways, the dosages, the frequency, the contraindication. Okay, so for quantum energy coaching, this is a method. There's many modalities now that people deal with the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is something that is on autopilot behind you. Okay, it's a tape recorder that's been going on for years. But how do you change it? There's a way to actually access to your subconscious mind. Alright. Okay. So I started on this journey because I was having a lot of anxiety and I was having a very bad mood, you know. Taking care of my kids, and then I can go from 0, I'm okay, and then I'm angry, I shoot to 10. I got no in betweens, okay? So I realized there was something not very right with me up there, because I can see the effect that it has on my children. So I embarked on this journey to find out, you know, to work from the inside instead of keep telling them, hey, you change, you change, you do this, you do that. Okay, so I saw it from inside. So what I'm going to share with you today is what I have gone through. Is that okay. Is someone inside? Hello, baby. 你有听到吗？听不到，听不到这里。Now let us speak about, and we will listen later. Yes, the mic is there. Okay, if I turn on the mic, can you hear me? Okay, now can you hear me? I took off the mic. 听不清楚。真的听不清楚哎。不要开始。为什么开始？你听到吗？现在声音那个好。Yeah, can you hear me better now? I took off the mic. Okay, is acoustic better without the mic? Okay, better. Alright. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, before I show you this. Okay. So, I went on this journey. I learned about the techniques. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you all today is partly how to go about it. You know, something that you can take home and use for yourself for any how to say blockages in terms of your mind, your thinking, your thoughts. That if you want to move further, you have certain blockages. How are you going to go about it? Okay, so this was me. So this was me. This is 2 years. 2 years after I had my second boy. Yeah, so I got 2. So 2 years after I had it, I had a lot of pain in my body. Unexplainable. Shoulder ache, back ache, you know, at the time. And I decided, okay, I think I need to lose weight because maybe I'm doing so pain here and there, right? So I went on for keto. So I lost quite a fair bit in keto, but my emotional part didn't make any changes. I still could shoot from 0 to 10. Okay, so that is when I came about knowing about quantum energy coaching and couple it with essential oil. It became very powerful. So maybe now I'm more fat because of the Chinese New Year. But yeah, but this is not about losing weight. This is a lot about the top part, your mindset change. Because if the top doesn't change, when you lose out that weight, it will come back to you. Okay? Because some of us we tend to eat when we are stressed. Yeah? So it's a lot about here. Alright. Let me share. Okay, so I'm going to go through this with you during this session. I will touch on mental health, emotions, mindset, habits, and manifestation. I will go certain ones slightly more, some I will shorten it because when it's around this part, I would like to do it together with you all to the techniques of doing it. Okay? Alright. Let's start with mental health. When we talk about someone who is having a challenge in terms of their mental health, what comes into your mind? What comes into your mind? How is there a certain look this person has, a certain behavior? What do you think? Think positively. A person who has good mental health thinks positively, correct? So, what about in terms of a person who is having a mental health challenge? How do you think they look? Are they happy, depressed? Okay, depressed is one thing, great. Do you think they look happy? No. Okay. Alright, so mental health, a person who has mental health challenges is not to say that they must be depressed or they have schizophrenia or they have bipolar. Sometimes mental health can be very subtle. A person can look very healthy, happy outside, but behind that, when you're alone, you don't know what's happening. They are in depression mode. So sometimes when you see a person or let's say your colleagues, they may be happy, but after that, you really don't know what's behind the scene. Okay? So there's no look, you cannot really tell unless it's really diagnosed this person memang depression, cannot get out of the bed, or schizophrenia, you can know the symptom, but the more subtle ones you really cannot see. You know, you need to sometimes people will come and talk to you. You can be aware that maybe this person is having a rough time, a rough period. Okay, so and why do you think? Do you think that people will come to you and say, "I'm very depressed lah, you know, like really serious." Do you think they'll come and talk to you about it? Yeah. Why not? Why they don't come and tell you? Why people don't come and tell you that, hey, I feel like going crazy, like really serious. I have some mental issues. Why do you think they don't come and tell you? Yes, people's perception. Okay, imagine if, especially if a person is in a higher management, they have a lot of stress. Okay, imagine people find out for them in their heart, they say, if I'm such a high position, if people find out that I'm having all this stress, I cannot handle it, I'm having a breakdown, then they will feel that they cannot handle that position. They will also think that their career will be at stake. The top management will not want to see them, will not want to promote them because you can't even handle that. So there's a stigma around it, you know, that people will not tell you that they are having mental health challenges. They will just keep quiet about it. Okay? So some will also be in denial because it can be malu lah, you know, very malu that this small, for them, like people might think this is a small thing, why you cannot handle it? Okay, so I want to show you next is, okay, you don't know all these people, you're very happy, right? And all looks very happy. All of these actor, actresses, or singers, they all have mental health issues, and a few of them, two of them, they consider suicide. You all heard, right? He makes people laugh, isn't it? This movie, but because he was facing, he was diagnosed with dementia, a very detrimental dementia, maybe dementia. He couldn't take it because he knows that in probably 6 months to 1 year, he will lose his cognitive ability. So he was depressed. Probably videos he actually hanged himself. Yeah, the latest one was very shocking, hopefully. Yeah, so you don't see all this, but these people, of course, he's still around, but he has gone through he has gone through depression. They have all gone through depression, but they came out and they talk about it. Okay, so that's all right. I was trying to search for information on the statistics. Okay, like how many people in Malaysia is suffering from this kind of mental health problem, but I cannot find the latest one. The latest one is 2015. So they have not updated. But even before the COVID times, every 1 in 3 adults have mental health problems. So how many of us here? 6 of us. So 2 of us here got mental health problems. Correct? Because it's 1 in every 3, right? But this is 2015, and this is only taken those who were willing to come out and report. We're not taking on those who doesn't, okay, who doesn't come out and talk about it. So as you can see, only 20 individuals will actually come and get professional help. So maybe 2 of us here also might have that we do not know. Okay, 1 in 3, but I'm sure after COVID, these stats have really gone up. I'm not sure whether you're aware. I've heard of my husband's company staff committing suicide, So it's very, very common now because people do not know how to handle it and they do not know how to talk about it or tell someone. Okay? Okay. So for a definition of mental health, you cannot say that, oh, I don't have depression. I don't have bipolar disorder, so I'm mentally healthy. But actually, mental health is not the essence of mental disorder. Okay, those that I said like bipolar depression, that is what we call mental disorder. But you do not need to have a mental disorder to be mentally unwell. Okay, so what is mental health then to us? It has 3 aspects. To be mentally healthy, there is an emotional aspect. Okay, then the second aspect is the psychological aspect, is how you think. Okay, and the third aspect is social. So what is emotional? Emotional is how you feel, and this is a very important part of it. How you feel the emotions is important. Nowadays, I'm not sure how you all handle your stresses, or there are some people when they get stressed, they either eat, smoke, they shop. Some ladies, they love to shop when they get frustrated. They shop. Then because that's why you got shopaholic, you got alcoholic, you got chocoholic, workaholic. It's actually an extreme. It's actually something, an emotion inside you that you're not comfortable to deal with it, so you need to do something. And because we have handphones and all, we tend to block it out. The moment we cannot handle it, now we take our phone. And you feel that you numb out. It's called a numbing kind of technique. You pick up your phone, you cannot feel anymore. Okay. And also that, how were we encouraged to feel our emotions when we were young? Okay. Actually it's very common, even at the time when we cry, our mothers say, hey, don't cry, don't feel sad. I'm not sure whether you were brought up in that environment, but for us it's very common, don't cry, and then give chocolate, you eat something. It's very common, you sad, you eat something. Yeah. I give you sweet. Okay. When you do that, right, as you grow up, you are unable to feel a certain feeling. You cannot sit with it. Okay? So for me, my challenges last time, I cannot sit with anger and irritation. That's why I can shoot from 0 to 10. Okay? Whenever it comes, I cannot control it. Because I never processed it when I was young. Because for me, it was don't cry, don't be sad, Then when you grow up, you will find that somehow when I have this emotion, I cannot sit still. I want to pick up my phone. But you need to be aware of it. Now maybe when I'm talking, you might feel that I don't have all this, but be aware when you're in a situation where you're angry, you're upset, you're happy, whatever emotions that you're having, are you able to Just feel it. Okay, not to say, I don't want to feel it, I want to do something else. Just feel it. Because when you feel it, you actually process it and it leaves your body. Otherwise, it is always inside your body. Okay? Alright, see, okay? Are you confused? Okay, alright. If any questions, then stop me, okay? Okay, the psychological part is another important part. It's how you think. Okay? How you think really also determine how you feel. If someone makes you angry and you are able to feel it and don't tell a story, what do I mean don't tell a story? Don't tell a story that he made you angry already, you start to add on. He's always like that, but that day he also did that. Last year he did this, that time he also, so you will keep on adding and adding to your emotions. That is what I'm talking the story. So when you're facing a certain emotion, if you cannot get out of it, you definitely have your own stories in your head. Okay, I will show you how it goes later on. Now the social part is how do you act? How do you act in your company, a social settings with your colleagues? Are you able to relate to them? A person who's mentally healthy will be able to do that. Okay? If you see a person, sometimes socially they cannot relate. They may have a certain, not mental disorder, but they may have a certain beliefs. Mentally, the way they think will not be so healthy. Okay? So, mental wellness actually covers how you relate to one another. Not just yourself, how you relate to your colleagues, your parents, siblings, everybody in a social setting. How you make decisions. Are you able to raise the pros and cons to make a decision? Okay? How you cope with stresses of life. We cannot avoid stress. Actually, a certain amount of stress in life is good. It keeps you on your toes, right? But if this stress is like you're being chased by a tiger 24/7, and that's a very big problem. It will turn out to be a disease in your body later on. Okay? And if you are mentally well, you will realize what is your own ability. What is your talent? Every one of us now we have a gift in us. But when you are mentally well, you'll be able to know, hey, I'm good at this. I want to develop this. This is my passion. Okay? Then ability to unlearn and learn. This is the part where you are okay to agree to disagree. You can accept feedback, even though something that you know you don't like to hear, but you know is good for you, and you can unlearn that habit and relearn something new. And the last part, you're able to contribute to the community. So it is not just about how you are within yourself, are you able to give back to the community you're in, depending on what the passion is, you can help the poor, you can do recycling, you are giving back to the community. Okay, so this is where mental wellness is. If you are mentally well, you will be able to do all this. Okay? Right. Any questions so far? Okay, so I'm going to recap this mental health. You have it in front of you. I've given it to you already. It is actually just 3 factors for mental wellness: how you think, how you act, and how you feel. Okay, so keep this with you because it will be a reminder whenever, oh, you're feeling a certain feeling and it cannot go out. You need to counter check. What's the story that is feeding that emotions for you? Okay? Right. Okay, any questions so far before I proceed? Okay. Let me check the Zoom for a while. Okay, so if there's no questions on the mental health, which I've gone through very briefly before, I would like to do the emotions part. So emotions part, I will spend a little bit longer on this module. Okay. Okay. Anyone tell me what is emotions and what is feelings? Ada beza tak? Is there a difference? Emotions and feelings. Sama kan? Okay, never mind. I also was going through and reading and I become so confused. But never mind, we don't need the definition. We're not taking our masters or our PhD. Okay, but what I want to show you is this. Okay. Have you seen this chart before? Any of you seen this chart before? So in this chart, emotions is basically your energy emotion. It is a type of energy. Every single emotion you feel, you can measure their frequency. You can measure their frequency. So if you're always having fear, you are always in this frequency of 100 hertz. So if you can see as you move up, joy and peace is a higher vibration emotion, a higher frequency. Why is this important? Everybody like abundance or not? Everybody like to receive abundance, whether it's money, time. Everybody likes abundance, right? You all want to grow your abundance. Your abundance vibration is around this part. Okay? So if you are consistently around this part, you will never ever attract abundance to your life. Because whatever frequency you are vibrating on, that's the only frequency you will attract from the outside. Have you heard of law of attraction? Right? This is a very common and very well-known law that you need to be at the vibration of the things you want to attract. So if abundance is around here, and you are consistently and you're always here, you can never attract abundance. You like it or not, what you do, it doesn't sustain. So what I want to show you here is, it is important to know emotion is just energy emotion, because when you allow it to move through you, it doesn't stay. You need to feel it and move through you so that it doesn't stay. You don't always be this kind of vibration. Okay? As you can see, this part, we call it destructive energy. Okay? It's a destructive energy. So when you're in this part, that's why people with depression, they're always this part. I'm not sure if you have experienced this when you are having this anger. Sorry. This when you are angry or you woke up, something is not right. You tend to feel that the day leading to it, everything goes wrong for you. And you're experiencing, you wake up, you don't like something, or you're angry about something, it didn't get resolved, you will see that your days are not smooth. That is because you are admitting that vibration to attract only these things for you. So if you want something good in your life, right, you need to be in this stage. Otherwise, no matter what you do, if you're always here, whatever you want to manifest, it doesn't work. Okay? Alright. So, any questions so far for this? Okay? Okay. So even though I have said, that we try to get out of this, but I also want to highlight that there is no bad or good emotion. Yeah, it is very important. I think you're all not married, right? You're all very young. Right? So I am very, very young. Next time when you have kids, you can say, cannot feel sad, very bad, it's very bad, cannot. But there is no there's no good and bad emotions. But I always always like to call this type of emotion a learning emotion. Okay, when you tell someone or a child that is a learning emotion, at least there is no negative connotation to it. You don't define that feelings as bad. Imagine he is sad, and then you tell him feeling sad is bad. He's already sad, and you're adding the bad onto the sad. He's having a double emotion to clear off from him or her. Okay, so when an emotion is a learning emotion, then you know that I'm feeling sad, but what can I learn from this? Every problems or every challenges that you have in life, there's a learning point from this. Like life is like playing video game. You play video game? Play video game? Sometimes. So that video game got level, right? You finish this level, you go next level. So it's the same when you face with the challenges. If you are able to learn from that challenge, right, it will pass and you go to the next level. Life is like that. You may face the same emotion, but then you become smarter how to handle it the next time. But if you don't learn, right, the same problem will come to you again and again. You try to be aware from now on. If you have been facing the same challenge every day, right, in your life every day, then why always like that? There is something you are not learning from it. If you are able to learn and say, yeah, I shouldn't be thinking this way, I should do the things another way, you will see that that thing doesn't come to you. But the next thing will come out for you to learn again because you need to be better than yourself the previous day, correct? You have to keep on improving ourselves. So you need to be very aware in terms of what the emotion is trying to teach you. Now, just now I said, no emotions last forever because it is an energy. Okay? So don't feed it. What do I mean by don't feed it? Let me share with you this story. This is my story. Okay. Imagine you know banana, you got, I don't know what you call it. Ubi, tangkai, I mean. You know this part? This part. Is it called tangkai? Okay, never mind. I call it tangkai. Okay, I cannot remember what is it called. Okay, I'll tell you. So, the first event is someone ate the banana, the harvest style, finished already the banana, and I came in the kitchen. I saw this part left. He didn't throw it. Okay, they didn't throw it, they left it there. So my first reaction is, I was very irritated. I saw that thing, irritated. But actually, I could end the irritation or the anger quite fast. Just pick up that thing and do it through, right? But I cannot, I grant already, right? Okay? And I just thought, okay, never mind, I can just go and tell the person or tell myself, please now take that thing and throw next time. Alright. But I cannot. Okay, I'm very angry and I feed my emotions. I think they take me for granted, always think I'm free to do all this, just give their things. That's my first level. Then my anger shoot up one more level. Correct or not? Can you all feel it? When you talk again that story, it comes out. Okay? Then you can end it one, But no, I can go level 2. You know what's my level 2? Last week I saw the Tupperware inside, no more biscuit is inside the cupboard. I can link. Are you like that? Some we are like that in a certain level. So your anger goes up, second level, isn't it? Yeah, that is called feeding. You are feeding your emotions when you tell stories. This is what I'm trying to tell you. These are stories in your head. Especially when you're upset or something you don't like, you will keep telling the same story and it keeps feeding. You know what's the next level? Okay, I took a shower, I'm okay already, nothing. It can be 1 day, 2 days, I'm okay already. Then my friend called me, come go and yum cha, go and have tea. Okay? Sit down, she started telling one story similar like this. Die, I tell you, I brought up the whole thing again. And I feel the anger just like it happened, like I'm telling her now. So that's a different level altogether. You already forgot about it. But someone shared one story, it came out to you all over again. Now what does this tell you? Your mind do not know whether the event is happening now or happening previously. Your mind doesn't know, the moment you think, your mind thinks it's now. That's why a person who has trauma, for example, a person who has sexual trauma before, for example, let's say they were being burned by cigarettes before. When they grow older, the moment they smell the smell of cigarette, they go into a panic mode, they can freeze. Because the body relates the smoke to the abuse. But the mind cannot tell, hey, I'm big already now. It's just the smell of the smoke, I'm safe. The mind cannot, it will only know that everything is happening now. So if you're so good at it to tell yourself that, hey, you can tell your story to feed these emotions, why not tell a different story that bring better positive emotions, the higher vibrational emotions to your life? So it's the same for victim mindset, right? If you always gossip, if you always talk bad about someone when you go out, you talk about it, you will find that you all are actually in a very low energy. Yeah. So previously, right, I was very good in complaining, very good. So I had a friend that we were both mothers, so we would complain, every day, sure got something one. We will WhatsApp, then when I started my journey, I realized what I was doing. I became more aware, and then I stopped it. I realized I had no more conversation. If you go back and try, if you're complaining, you keep complaining to this particular friend, you try one day, you don't complain, you see whether you got anything to talk to them about. Yeah. But I'm not saying that when you are sad or you're upset, you cannot talk to a person. You can. But find someone that you just need to tell once to let it out. Don't say, okay, I need to tell this friend, then I need to tell another friend, then I see another friend. You are actually making your stories very real every time you tell. Every time you tell, you are making yourself believe that this is exactly it for me. I cannot change it. Okay? So this is what I'm trying to tell you, what I mean by you keep feeding your emotions. Okay? Right. So if you can actually do that, to feed your emotions in such a way, you should also actually use your brains, your mind, to switch it the other way to serve you. Okay, I tell you, there is this experiment that they have done. They put two groups of, I think around 20 people, 20 kids, two groups. They were supposed to one supposed to practice physical piano. Okay, they were given a piece to play on the physical piano for I think 10 to 15 days. The other group, they were given a piece, but they weren't given the piano. But they were supposed to use their mind to imagine that their fingers were playing on the piano. So every day, same. Practice 2 hours, practice 2 hours. One was really through mind, one was really physically. After 15 days, right, when they scanned their brain, they were able to see whichever centers which were activated by playing the piano, this group has it too. Although they didn't do it physically, yeah, although they didn't do it physically, right, they are able to actually activate the brain. So that is how strong our mind is. You can actually do something inside here without physically experiencing it. Okay, so that's one experiment I have to share with you. The other one is when I talk about emotional response and feeling. In the Harvard studies, they have already shown when you will react something. Okay, when you react to an emotion, there's a chemical reaction inside of you that only lasts 90 seconds. It's only 90 seconds actually, and then the emotion is gone. you're feeling it more than 90 seconds means you are actually wanting it to be inside of you. You are actually feeling it inside of you. Okay? So if if you are feeling the emotion from hours to days, this is your mood. Okay? If you are feeling the emotion, it became a mood. Not today I no mood, but I'm feeling a bit. Now, today no mood. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Okay, no. If you are feeling it from weeks to months, okay, this will become your temperament. What is temperament? Temperament is generally the temper that you like. When something happens, you automatically be angry. It's your default. It's a default feeling. You know, it's a default feeling in you. If you don't process that feeling, you let the emotions run in you, right? If you let fear run in you, by default, everything, hey, you want to go and try fighting, the first thing is scared, huh? That is your default when you answer. It's a default thing in you if you don't process your fear. First is the mood, okay, a bit scared, and then it goes off, never mind. But if you're not aware of it, it keeps running into you, it becomes this. Then if it goes on for years now, it becomes a personality. Okay? It really becomes you, who you are. Have you heard of this researcher and scientist called Dr. Joe Dispenza? Okay. So he's a very famous scientist, still alive. He does help people to reshape their subconscious mind. It's another modality from quantum energy control. He has helped people by just meditating, going into their subconscious. A person who cannot walk can walk again within that meditation because the healing comes from you inside. So Dr. Joe Dispenza said, how you feel, how you think, and how you act, okay, it becomes your personality. Every day you feel like that, you think like that, you act like that, definitely it's your personal reality. And your personal reality forms your personal reality. So you will only see what you can see through your mind. So if you are a very, very negative person, that's all you can see in this world. Take for example, if you are in company A, right? You work in company A, and you think that these people all here are very like to talk bad about people. You have that perception, okay? Real or not, nobody knows, okay? But that is the perception. You think that this company not very good lah, don't pay late, or the bosses are not good. You have that perception. You always have that perception. When you go company B, you will find the same people there, right? Because your brains and your mindset is as such. You can only see this type of people. You're actually searching for it. Your mind cannot comprehend anything in terms of when you tell it negative. I tell you, don't think about dog. The first thing you be thinking is dog, correct or not? And you say, don't look for red cars. When you go out, you see a lot of red cars. Because that is how the mind is programmed. That's why when in child psychology, when we teach children, right? Don't run, the child run faster. Don't cry, the child cry more, right? They always say you need to use positive words. Walk slowly, use your walking legs, you know. Or you say, don't shout, and then the kids scream louder. Use softer words. The don't word, the brain cannot comprehend. That's why if you want something, let's say if you want to manifest something, you say, I want this, I want that, I want. Actually, everything is when nothing comes to you. Yeah? The mind actually works best if it's in a positive way. Yeah? So it goes back to this also, how you think, how you feel, how you think, how you act. It becomes your reality. So whatever challenges you're facing, it all comes from your perspective. Yeah, it doesn't come from outside. You always need to look from within. But what do we always do? We always look outside, right? We always think that if he changed, then I will be like that. Because he made me angry lah. Correct or not? He did this to me, but everything is actually from inside. Okay, so the next one, a person can trigger you. A person can make you angry, definitely, right? A person can trigger something in you to make you angry or upset. But these buttons, right? They press the button, but the button is actually inside of you already. They didn't put it there, right? When a person triggers a certain emotion in you, you need to find out, hey, where did this come from? There's always a starting point to it. So I share with you my own experience. I get, like I said, I get irritated very easily, right? When you have children, right? They are like your gurus, you know, children are like your gurus because they will just pop you until you learn, then they stop. You know, they stop. So the button was inside of me. We are like onion. You know, onion got a lot of layers. So when they were born, right? When your parents know you cannot do this, put one layer up. The society said you cannot do this, put a layer up. So over the years, you have a lot of layers outside of you. But to know where does this come from, right? When you peel the layers, that's why when you do inner work, when you want to do subconscious and mindset change, there's a lot of layers for you to peel. You cannot just straight away say, oh, when I do a certain posture, I repeat this affirmation, sure happen one. It doesn't work that way. You need to look at inside. Okay, so I dig long, I dig further. I have a coach with me, I dig further, and I realized that, yeah, because last time when I was young, traditionally we were brought up, you cannot feel this. You know, when you're upset, you just put to one corner, nobody like you very settled up, correct? So the emotions were not processed for me. So now when I have a kid, when he do the things which was similar to that as my childhood, I get triggered because I didn't process it. Actually, it's not his problem, it's my problem. Yeah. But what's the easy way out? Is to scold the kid, right? Stop doing it. Because change is, it sounds easy, but it's really a lot of work. You got to face your own demons, you got to make a decision that, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. So everything is actually from within. Okay? So I tell you one more story about this man. Okay, let's name him Joshua, okay? So Joshua, he was holding his car keys one day, he wanted to go out. And then suddenly, blackout. His house was very dark. And then he dropped his keys. And he couldn't find his keys, you know. He was searching so long. Search, cannot find inside. He looked outside the house and he saw, the street lamp on or the street lamp on, and it's very bright. Okay, I go outside and search for the keys. So he went outside under the light and searched for his keys. Search, cannot find, search, so bright, cannot find. Then the neighbor saw him. The neighbor came out and said, hey, Joshua, what are you doing? Then Joshua said, I'm searching for my keys. Can you come? I help you. So both of them started searching and searching. Okay, right. I think the neighbor also like me. How come searching so long cannot find the keys? So he said, hey Joshua, actually, where did you drop the keys? Joshua said, I dropped it inside the house. because I saw it was brighter outside, I came out and searched. So can you see the same that when you have a problem inside of you, it's always you feel nicer to actually go and solve the problem which is outside. But actually everything comes from inside. But outside easier, outside brighter. Yeah, easier to handle the outside. It's not so easy to handle the inside. Okay? Alright. So far, okay, I'm gonna let you take about maybe 10 minutes break. Any questions so far before we go for break? No? Okay. So let's take a 10 minutes break before we continue with mindset. Alright, so you can also go and do what you need to do. And we can continue. We come back about 10:25, 10:25, 10:50. Oh, okay.
But you mean password, like 073 and by pencils. By pencils. You choose by pencils. Then the password is by K 0703 then 1.
Okay, we're going to start. I hope everybody in Zoom is here. Alright, okay. Before I start the mindset, let's do something. Why you okay, we'll do something. No more can still talk normally. Okay, so for us to how do I say? For us to have a holistic way of thinking and to function, it's always good to use the left and right brain. Right? The right brain will control your left side, the left brain will control your right side. Okay, so if you are analytical type, you are always more on the left side thinker. So when children are younger, they are always encouraged to do cross body, cross hand, crossing the midsection, doing like this. Midsection hand, you cross it. It actually helps your left and right brain to connect. Okay, even doing things like that, it helps you to cross. Okay, when you're younger, you're got to say this or not. And then this is also controlling. Okay, now I teach you new one. That one goes through already. Okay, try to do this. This little finger and this open tongue. Okay, and then you close. It's actually helping your left and right brain to connect. People in Zoom, can you see? If your left hand is the little finger up, your right hand must be a thumb. Now switch. And switch. Switch again. Switch. Julie is thinking. Okay, and switch. Yeah. Sometimes when you work too much on your desk, okay, work too much on your desk, right? You need a break. It's very good to do cross section, cross midsection exercises. It helps to relax you. Practice for all, okay, like this. Okay, go like this. Hey, don't move your hand, don't move your hand. Just fix. Don't move your hand, then you just do. Can? Yeah. Now we're doing with music, okay? We follow the music beat. Follow the music. Those eyes are not ready. Okay. Can you follow the beat? You get very confused with it. You try not to sing, you just move. Yeah. Okay, you cannot do this. You try another one, This one I also very good. You know, Karate Kid, they polish the car and then they paint the fence, remember? I don't know whether you ever watch or not, very okay, not my time, okay? So, one hand paint the fence, one hand polish the car, okay? And then you switch. You see, right? Yeah. This is a little bit more challenging. Paint the fence, polish your car. Now you switch hand. Paint the fence. Susah kan? Okay, so this is actually trying to get your left and right brain to connect. So if you see, most of the times you're using one side of the brain. So when you rest, you brain like too much on the laptop, you need a break. Just on the rest, you can do it to help, and it makes you make better decisions. You have to make better decisions in work when you can connect your brain. Okay, so I'm also doing this because later on when I do with your releasing of emotions and all, there's certain postures you have to sit, to help you to connect to that. Okay, all right. Let's start with mindset. Okay, what is mindset? Everybody talks about it, right? Must have growth mindset, cannot have fixed mindset, that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm not going to touch so much about that, but I want to talk that when you have a story, okay, and you keep telling and telling yourself, it becomes your belief, right? If you keep telling something in your head, right? It's, like if I keep saying, like things like, okay, I am related to you. Yeah, the easiest one. If you play under the rain, you fall sick. That's the easiest one. That's all what you do. If you play under the rain, you fall sick. You grow up with that will be your belief. And then you see rain, if you have children, you say, cannot. Because it becomes your belief. That's your thought, that is what is given to us. So every time you repeat a thought, it's like you tell a lie, you tell the same lie every day and it becomes the truth for you. Okay? So your mindset is actually this set of belief. Okay? This set of belief that you have, and it becomes your world. It becomes how you see the world. Okay? So that is why in one situation, different people can have different perception, different beliefs, different reaction. Because each person's mindset is different. They see things differently depending on what is the story that is and their experiences in their life. So this will also affect how you think, how you feel, and how you act, which is your personality. So this is your mindset. So when you go in this direction, it's the reaction that all of us have a certain belief. Sure got them. Okay? And there are certain things that we will always tell ourselves. So some things like some people will have self-worth issue. You always think that I'm not good enough to do this. Okay? Or if they're given a project, although they want to do it, but they already over the years and years I cannot handle it. It's too big a task. I'm not good for it. And you repeat and repeat, right? So it becomes a belief. So the next slide that I'm going to show you is you do it on your own. You can hide and write if you don't want the reader to see it. Okay? I want you to list down 3 limiting beliefs. Okay? For example, it's difficult to earn money. Difficult money don't grow on trees. It's very difficult. Are you all economy hurt against right? Susah. Always save money, very difficult. So now when you come out and work, money is very difficult to find, isn't it? because that's your belief. But actually, I mean, it's not difficult to find out, really, but you need to switch your mindset. So I want you all to take 10 to 15 minutes to reflect. What is it that, the limiting belief that is stopping you from being a better version of yourself? Okay, you need to figure out what. That's why it's quite personal. Or if you don't want something personal, you can do something general that maybe an everyday thing. You wake up late every day. You come to work every day. You want to change. For example, something easier, something which is outer in the outer layer. You know, the onion, you peel the outer side first. If going too deep is too uncomfortable for you, then do it the outer one. Like, for example, I always put my keys, I don't know where. You know, you keep, I always lose things. I always lose things. I'm very forgetful. I'm very forgetful. There are certain things. If you sit down and have time for yourself to think, you will be able to find all these limiting beliefs. Then, I want you to also reflect. What are the 3 most challenging emotions that you cannot sit with? All of us cannot find 3, never mind, 1 also good. We all have one feeling that we don't like. There's one feeling that when it comes, I don't know, you have to know yourself whether you pick up the phone to play or how you numb it yourself. I want you to take 10 to 15 minutes before I pass it to you all. Write it down. Alright, people in Zoom, you can do it also. Write 3 limiting beliefs that you have and 3 most challenging emotions that you have. Okay? Then we will discuss about it. It takes about maybe 10 to 15 minutes for you all to reflect on this. Okay? You do need to have at least 1 year because after that, there's a continuation to this. So have at least 1 if you cannot think of 3.
Okay.
really up. Just like that. Oh, the emotion. Yeah. You got questions? About emotion. And we actually like measure this extent and find it's a measure of actually you can. There is they even measure if you are a healthy individual, a healthy human body has a reading around 60 to 70 gigahertz. No, yeah, gigahertz. If you are healthy, then when you start to have cold, it drops. You fall sick more, like you have a fungus infection, it drops. When you're approaching that, you're about 20. Yeah, about 20. Later, I also share that all essential oils all also have vibration. I also get you to see how your thoughts can move things. Everything, if you can understand that everything around you in this world is made up of vibration and frequency, you will know that. You know, when you go to school in science, they teach you, right, the states of matter. If it's purple jar, solid, all the molecules, the atoms are close together, right? But it is still vibrating. And even this table, although you cannot see it, actually the molecules are vibrating. Then when you water, it gets further apart and gases further. So everything, even if you take a microscope, you look at ourselves and you take a stronger microscope, look, it's all just actually an energy. That's why sometimes you can feel that this person like told. You know, like when you go in a meeting room, suddenly you can feel the meeting room very tense without saying anything. It's because of the energy of the room, the vibration, the person. Sometimes you cannot explain when you meet this person, you know why you just don't like that person. You just start you know, but you cannot explain it, but your body knows. It's always you will know it on an energetic level first before you can tell in a physical level why I don't like this person. Yeah. So everything you can measure all your food, your water, everything got a reading. But I didn't show in this training. That's another topic. But I show you the essential one part because I want to show you how to shorten, change your mindset. But even food, food, when you talk about hot dog, burgers, it's zero vibration one. You call it dead flesh, dead meat. Memang dead meat, right? Because it's dead. Yeah, so any canned food, processed food, why you ask me, besides the fact that it's gives you no nutritional value, memang energetically kosong. Yeah, it's really kosong. It even has yeah, right? Yeah, processed food all memang kosong. There's nothing inside it. Yeah. Okay. You any more questions you want to ask? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we will start. You have yours now. Anyone care to share your limiting beliefs? Anyone want to share your limiting beliefs? Maybe any of you. There are 5 of you. Anyone want to volunteer 2 of you to share? Yeah, I'll just say 2. Maybe you can just keep all the papers for others, then you just withdraw. Oh, you can just random pick. Okay lah. So I randomly pick now. I don't need it. It's like a game.
Good idea.
对呀，就不用讲了，这本书里。可是拼起来不知道是谁的，好吧？拼的错了。Alright. Thank you for your good suggestion. Alright. So I pick 2 ah. 换了什么？对啊，用算没记得。Mark right? Okay, 知道。只有自己人自己看得清。水消最大声的就是水吗？Maybe on your feedback, we have some similar ones. Some similar limiting beliefs that I see. One is I'm not good at socializing. The other one, I think all of us have this now, confirmed all of us. It's very hard to find money. Not easy to save money, not easy to find money. Everything about money is difficult. Yeah, everything about money is difficult. Spend easy. Spend is easy, but if you want to have it, it's difficult. It's very common. and difficult to get high salary. See, it's still all about money. There's something about money with us that we cannot break this, correct? Okay, and emotion, see, irritation and anger. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to continue because later we're going to use this back again. Okay, so now for the next one, who can tell me what is this? Wow, that's so good. Oh, then the next few slides very easy to talk about all science students. Okay, all right. Nerve club. Next one. Okay, this is a neuron, correct? It's a neuron. We have a lot of neurons in our brains. Okay, like 86 billion neurons. If you don't use it, you lose it. Yeah, besides when we get older, you see people who retire already. Alzheimer lah, all this comes. When you don't use it, it really dies off. Okay? So these neurons, I'm sure you know lah, it transfers your information, your thoughts right through the synapse. Now I really talk so much because you're all science students. People in Zoom. Okay, so the neurons in your brain are actually, they form something like that lah. Of course, not so simple. It's actually to transfer information through either electrical pulses or chemical pulses. So just now I told you all to do limiting beliefs, right? When you have this limiting belief, I'm sure the limiting beliefs that you have worked out, it's not just for one time. I think it has run with you for years. Okay? So let's say, okay, it is not easy to earn money, for example. You tell yourself every day, it is not easy to earn money. It goes up this pathway. Next day, it is not easy to earn money. It goes down the same pathway. And then you do it again every single day. You know, it only goes down one pathway. Your other neurons will die. You will just deteriorate and die because you are only moving using one particular pathway, and it becomes very, very strong. Very strong. That's why there's a saying, you cannot teach old dogs new tricks. And I say, people always say, old already lah, cannot change. It is true and it's difficult to change because over the years, if they keep thinking, you go and see like the uncles sit at the kopitiam, talk about the government, it's difficult to change them because every day they sit down there in the morning, they talk same story. So it goes the same way too for us to know your belief. It goes the same way, and this is what I call to build a highway. Okay? This is the only way. So every time someone talk about, wow, want to go here, go there, earn money. You don't want to go this holiday, your first thing is not enough money, difficult to earn money. It only goes this way. You cannot see anything else. Yeah? So understand that whatever beliefs that you have already built a highway. That is the only highway. It's just like, you know, like when I'm from KL, so when I go to a certain place within my neighborhood, I go to a mall, right? I will use only certain routes, okay? I go certain routes only to reach to the mall. But if my husband drives and he goes another route, can still reach there, I will get tired. This is not the route. Why are you moving here? Because it's going out of my norm. I want to go to the mall, means I want to go this way. Because I am so used to it. When he takes me another way, right, I will feel something not right. I will comment, why you cannot use this route? Why you cannot use this route? You know? Yeah. So it's the same. When you have a belief, your highway is already there. And Dr. Joe Dispenza has made studies and shows that these neurons, when you always fire that neurons in that particular direction, right, they will be wired. They are hardwired, they stay together. That's why habits and mindset is very difficult to brake because it is that strong. Yeah, it is so strong for you to break a habit. You see, you want to break a habit, it takes, depending on individual, some can do it within 18 days, some takes years. Yeah, but usually by a month, if you do it consistently, persistently, you can break that habit. But breaking that habit, it is not about, let's say, you cannot tell yourself, I don't want to take this way, I don't want to do this way, it doesn't work. You need to form a new highway. To break the existing highway, I call it the highway, to break this highway, you need to use less. You need to use less, you need to find alternative route. So when you find alternative route, like I showed you just now, the less you use that highway you build, eventually the new one breaks. And that's where a new set of beliefs come into. Okay, so it's called pruning. When you don't use it, the neurons are pruned off. Okay, so you need to be very intentional. But even I have already done inner work for myself, I still have it on. There's no end, there's no destination to it. But when the anger hits me, I can tell it's here. There's a split second to know whether do I want to go back the old way or do I want to tell a new story. When initially it's very difficult, you will still automatic. It's an automatic response. You will still go that direction. You will still burst out, have that irritation. But the more you practice, to catch yourself, the first thing is you must have the awareness. If you don't know you have that problem, you cannot solve that problem. If you don't know you are having that anger, you cannot solve it. So you need to know the first thing that comes, you need to realize what is the feeling that is coming out of your body. There's a certain feeling when you have irritation. Yeah, all of us have it different. For me, I can feel like I want to scold people already. Yeah. When I have that a little bit, if I start my story, I can tell you it's a full blown one. But you need to catch yourself and say, okay, I can feel it. You just stop your story. Later on, you set a new story for yourself. Okay? So what I'm trying to show you all here is you can change. You can change your mindset if you know what you tell yourself today. When you wake up in the morning, if you do not like the traffic, I know today traffic is also quite horrible, right? Yeah. If you wake up and you first think, oh shit, I'm going to go through that very jam again. Yeah? Then you can picture, I know you can picture that at this particular junction, sure the jam will until the shop. You can picture it, but I tell you when you go there, it sure happens to you because you have already pictured it inside. You have attracted, but what we can do is we need to look at a different story and do a different thing that you can do in the car to help you ease this particular highway, the thinking that I used to hate jam also. Actually, I was in Singapore for about 9 years. So I take public transport, there's no jam. When I relocated here, it's really a challenge, Singapore from one island, from one end to another end, it takes 45 minutes. But here, I want to go from my place down to Petaling Jaya. No jam also 1 hour already. Yeah. So I really had a big adjustment. So I see every time that I got to drive over here, before I get out here, I think of the jam already. But now when I kind of enjoy traffic now, because it's time I get to reflect. You take time to reflect what are the things that are not working. And then of course, because I use essential oil, jam is the time I get to refill my oils. It helps me to calm down. So I enjoy the experience. So you need to find for yourself, okay, this is something that is annoying you, the traffic, which you cannot control the traffic, you need to control what you can control inside of you. Okay, So be aware every morning, what do you say to yourself every day? Yeah, you need to know. When you wake up, do you feel refreshed? Yes, it's a brand new day. If it's not, why? Why are you not feeling that, hey, this is another day of life? You need to find out why. Yeah. Okay. And also your beliefs. Okay. Every time a certain events occur, it can be different event, but it triggers the same emotion. Okay. It can be, for example, if you're a person who thinks that you are not worthy, okay? When you think you're not worthy, you don't dare to go out and socialize. Not to say don't dare, you become self-conscious. Okay, because you can feel that everybody is looking at me, I'm not good enough, you become very self-conscious. So when this happens to you, little things are actually tak kena but sometimes you can see that people, for example, there's a party, okay, you so happen actually accidentally the person didn't add you in the group or set group, okay, you feel it, you feel that you are left out, but it's okay, it's a normal feeling. But I want you to think after that, what story do you tell? Story do you tell after that? You're gonna think, no, maybe I'm not. I didn't socialize with them, I got none with them. These are the stories that you need to catch yourself. It can happen for this. It can happen for simple things, very simple things that people maybe you were talking halfway, they didn't listen to you, because their mind is somewhere else, but you take it personally. Yeah. But to the other person, they mean no harm, but maybe in their mind they are busy with work and something to do, so they didn't catch what you're saying. But because your belief is as such, you have a self-esteem challenges in you. Every little thing that you see, you will put it back to you. Yeah. So as you go on, even though when you do this work, you will feel like, sometimes I'm okay, sometimes I'm not okay. It's perfectly normal. It's actually 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You will tend to fall back, but you catch yourself. You will realize that your recovery period are shorter. Yeah, your emotions, instead of staying for weeks and months, it goes to days and then it goes to hours. It really improves, but it really takes work and consistency to look at it. Alright? And also, what you think of people. What you think of people and judgment, when you do a judgment of people, actually it's actually reflecting of yourself. Yeah. More often than not, when I tell my kids not to do something, or I tell them clean up the table, this and that, but when I quiet down myself, I reflect, actually, I also little my things here and there. Of course, I don't tell them that. Of course, I don't tell them that. When I am very honest, okay, without giving excuses, it's okay because I'm the one who's cleaning the house, so I have the right to put the things everywhere. But if I honestly think, right, it's actually most of the times when I judge the person, it's actually something in yourself also that you cannot accept. That's why you are projected outward. Yeah. So it's a very good, how to say, sounding board. When you think of that person, of course you don't need to say that, but you have that thought about that person, you don't reflect, actually, am I like that? You may not be able to, sometimes you will feel, no, I'm not like that, but if you're really honest, you sit down, have time for yourself every day to sit down and reflect, right? You will be able to clear these things by things yourself to be a better version. And also, who you surround yourself with is very important. All famous people, there's a book that they read, okay, that tells you the 5 people that you next week constantly, you will become like them. So if you want to become positive, you want to change your mindset, you need to mix around these people. People with good attitude, good mindset, positive. But if you're always surrounding people, if you're always going out to lunch house, and every time you lunch house is about complaining, right? You will always stay in that. Really, yeah. It doesn't change. So you need to be aware of that. Because you are still very young. You're still very, very young. Be aware of that who you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years. You need to be around such people. If you want to have your own business, for example, okay, you want to work for people, entrepreneur, you need to be surrounded by these people so that you absorb their energy, stand beside them, you learn this thing, you get it from them. Yeah? So this is another thing that you need to actually be aware of. So this is about our mindset. So any questions so far on mindset? Before I go into habits. Okay. Right. Okay, let's go into habits. All of us have our habits, correct? Anyone here like to shake leg? Anyone here like to shake leg? Yeah. Yeah, some of us without knowing. Shaking leg is that person who shakes it actually has anxiety in them, but they don't know. Because whenever you cannot sit still and you need to move your body, right? It's actually the nervous system is not at ease. Yeah, it is not at ease. Any type of addiction is also something inside of you are not addressing. Okay, so then looking at the food, smoking, eating more than what you need to eat, chocolates, like you binge on chocolates, all this now is something inside the feeling that you go around, but you don't know how to handle it, Then you take sugar in, you feel so good. And then when the sugar is gone, you need to take more. It's the same thing for smokers. Yeah. Same thing for smokers. Same thing when you see a person shake away. Yes, it is a habit. It is a habit, but it is something inside their nervous system that is not calm. That's why you need to shake. I feel very comfortable shaking. It's like releasing, When you shake, you're releasing out all that feeling that you cannot. That's why when kids do exercise, we always ask them, when you want a group of young kids to go into the classroom, right? We always do circle time, ask them to shake. It's really to shake out the energy. Yeah. So sometimes when you are feeling very agitated, actually it's good to jump like that. It actually helps to release. So all these little things that people say, hey, you better have it, but internally there is a story. Internally there is always a story. Okay, so if not, then I'll go into okay. So habit, right? Our body is very, very efficient. So the moment we do something many times, the body will just do it automatically. So habit is something you do automatically. Like when you go in the car, you don't need to think, you can put on your seatbelt, you brush your teeth, automatic one, you don't need to think, something that you don't think. So when the habit is already formed, it is already on the subconscious mind. When this is in your subconscious mind, it is a tape recorder. It is not consciously, you don't need to think of doing it. It is already automatic. So your body is very efficient. You do, it becomes, okay, you need to think already, you know what to do. So this is what habit is. Okay? Okay. So habit, So habit is also the highway that we have built, correct? The ones that I mentioned earlier, right? You thought the same, you say the same thing, the same thoughts. Habits are the same highway. So if you want to break that habit, you need to break the highway. Okay, you really need to break this highway. And when do you think people will want to break the habit? When do you think people will want to break? When would you want to stop thinking this way? When do you want to break the habit? Let's say you're not a smoker, you're a smoker lah. People tell me they stop smoking lah. You know, it's bad for health. When do these people will stop smoking? Yes. Yes, people will only change. People will only change when either they're going to die, okay, or when they are at their lowest point, like really they suffer depression or they cannot do their normal daily life thing. They feel very fed up. Fed up is the thing. When you are fed up, then you will want to change. If not, you know where you are, you're in your comfort zone. Comfort zone is a very dangerous place because you will not want to come out from it. Coming out from it is so difficult because you are already so used to that already now. Yeah. So you need to build a new highway by coming out of your comfort zone. But people don't want to do it because the steps are simple, but it is not easy. It takes a lot of determination, it takes a lot of perseverance, okay? Perseverance. But you need to first make a decision, okay? And why people don't want to change, so it's better to wallow in self-pity than overcoming a fear of the unknown. You know there's the saying, it is better to be in a familiar hell than to be in an unknown heaven. Can you get it? Because you are so used to this feeling that, I'm like, I can feel it's okay for me to feel this irritation because I'm used to it already. But if I don't feel this irritation, how will I feel? You don't know. But for as long as you don't do it, you will never know what is on the other side. You will only know that I'm always going to be irritated, I'm always going to be angry, I'm always going to think that money is difficult to find. Yeah. But if you want to get to the other side, to have a better version of yourself, then you need to make a decision. A decision is very, very important. It's even more important than your action. Because without a decision, there will be no action. And when you finally make a decision and say, I want to do it, synchronicity will happen. You know what synchronicity? Have you experienced synchronicity? Synchronicity means when you think that, okay, I am going to do this, I want to, for example, I say I want to come here and conduct the training. I made a decision, I want to conduct the training. When you make that decision, you will find that things that need to happen will come to you. The doors will open, the right people you will meet, and it will happen to you because you are so focused and so determined that this is what you want to do. Same thing. If you're going to sales, for example, okay, you want to close the sales, you want to close maybe a training program with another with the company. If before you go in, you already, if you're thinking that do not have the HR got time to see me. Sure, the HR got time to see me. But before you go in, you make a decision, you look at it that you feel that the person, this HR, will want to see me because my training program is so interesting. You will it to you. You make that decision, you want to do it. It will open up for you. And I have experienced this many times. But you need to make a decision. A firm decision, I'm sick of it and I want to do it. So same thing goes like for this training and another training that I'm conducting in Sabah. I was sitting on it. I was sitting on it for the Sabah. Okay. A friend linked me to another person in Kota Kinabalu, and he said, "Oh, that person will contact me." So that person will contact me, so I stepped on it, no need for me to do, right? I wait for that person. I waited for 2 weeks, you know. That person never came to me. I'm thinking, actually, why would that person come to me? I very big, is it? Why would that person come to me? Now, I am the one that I really want to go Sabah to train. So one day it hit me, if I want it, I need to look for it. But before I got that person, I already imagined that I want to go there. So when I imagine now, I started to attract the things. I attract the friends from there who pass my resume to them, my training profiles to them, and they connect. And when they connect again, you know, I have my own belief. Never mind, I do first now, I give people time, you know, I don't force people. I waited for 2 weeks and I told myself this is not working. Say why? So I called her up. Actually, with just one phone call, she said, "Can you send me your training program and what you do? Tell me your cost and all." I waited for 2 freaking weeks, you know, but one phone call, she was waiting for me to put it in. So it's the same thing. When you make a decision, you go for it. And it will happen for you. Okay? So this is the decision that all of you need to make and stick with it. Now, it is not an easy journey, but you stick with it, you will really see the changes in you. Right? Before I do with you this thing, I want to talk a little bit of essential oils. Why am I using essential oils as a tool? Before I came to know about this, I actually have she called herself a life coach. She did quantum energy coaching with me to do my subconscious. And we were doing it live because she's in UK, okay, and we were doing it on Zoom. So I did it. I managed to clear certain things, but up to a certain point, I felt stuck again. Until when I came to know about essential oil, I took a course about it. I realized what oils can do. Okay, like when you all smell the oils today in the morning, yeah, when you smell, right, the molecules, okay, it goes into your nose. The part at the back here is called an olfactory bulb. They got receptors. So like just now I told you that essential oil has vibration. When you smell, it carries the vibration to this olfactory bulb. And then it locks onto the receptor like a lock and key. Okay? And the wave from that frequency, it goes to your brain. Your limbic system is where it controls all this, your heart rate, breathing, your mood, your emotions. If you don't believe it, get yourself an essential oil after this, okay? Whenever you are feeling irritated or angry, right, you want to snap out of it fast, you reach out for the one that you smell. But there is a frequency, when you go to doctor, if you take antibiotics, what does the doctor tell you? You must finish one thing, your dosage, right? 2 tablets, 3 times a day, correct? You never say like you take now when you feel like eating, you eat that. Cannot, right? So when you want to do something like this with essential oil, which has no chemical in it, you need to have the proper dosage and frequency. Why did I ask you to put 2 drops, minimum 2 drops, and smell for 1 minute? That is your dosage. But you cannot only smell 1 time and then you want to feel better. The oils are not miracle, you know. You need to do more 8 times. That is the amount, the concentration of the oils that will make a change in your mood and in your thinking. You do it 8 times a day, you do it every day, right? You will slowly see changes in you. Yeah. That is why it is so effective. And most effective way is smelling. That's why it's called aromatherapy. You smell. Of course, there are different ways to use it. You can apply for in joint pain, of course you apply, you don't smell, right? But when you're talking about mindset and talking about mood, smelling is the best. It takes about 20 seconds for it to reach. So if you smell 8 minutes, and I've done it before when I'm irritated, I reach for my voice, I smell 8 times. Yeah. It really helps you to not go into that highway. You will feel as you smell, the story wants to come out. Sure God wants, the story wants to come out, they want to tell you, because that is your own heart. You think, hey, no, Karen, this is the story, this is the thing that you need. But when you smell, you need to just quiet down and say, just feel the feeling. And this will happen. It really steps you out pretty fast. Yeah, essential. Okay? Okay. Every essential oil has a vibration. Every oil. Today, inside the diffuser, I have bergamot. You know why I have bergamot? Later, I'm going to let you smell bergamot. Bergamot is limau fruit. The big limau, right? Not the kasturi, the big one. Okay, so bergamot, essential oil is actually they cold press the skin of the bergamot, right? And they get the oil. So bergamot, when you smell, it lifts up your mood, it opens up your mind. So whenever I do a training, I always use this so that the participants have a more relaxed and open-minded, an open mind to listen and to receive what I'm trying to teach them or to send a message across. So this is bergamot. We also have things like lavender. I think lavender is the most common one. Okay, so all this, when you smell, it helps you to raise your vibration. And remember the emotions, you want the emotion charts or the vibration, you want to move to a higher vibration because creative energy and abundance is at a higher vibration. So if you are feeling not in a good mood, we cannot always be in a happy mood. There's always ups and downs. When you are at the down, you want to go up the cycle faster. Oils help very much. Okay. So another slide that I'm going to show you is, you all ask me like, can measure or not? Can measure or not? Correct or not? Actually, can measure. This scientist, what he did, there's a machine that can measure frequency of the oil. That's why you can have just on the previous slide, right? If you have a negative thought, okay, and you send your negative thought to the essential oil, and you measure it again, the essential oil's frequency will reduce by 20. So you imagine you every day, if you're running your thoughts negatively, you are now vibrating, you're lowering your own frequency a lot. Okay? So if you bombard you send your positive thoughts to the essential oil, you will raise it by 10 megahertz. Okay? And when the essential oil is prayed over, okay, in any religion, when a person is sick, we come together, regardless whether you're Christian, Catholic, Muslim, you come and dua together, you come and pray together. The prayers has energy, it has energy. That's why when we pray together as a group, the effect is greater, the healing is greater, because the thoughts, memang got frequency. And you'll be thinking, how come essential oil can, why it can capture all these things? Okay, so essential oils and water, for example, there's an experiment with water. by this famous Dr. Masaru Emoto. He did an experiment with bottles of water. If you just paste the word love, one bottle, you put heavy metal, you let the other bottle have heavy metal music on, you just put a head word there, right? Then they look under a strong microscope, right? The water with love, they have a very beautiful crystal, a crystalline structure that looks like a snowflake. But if you look at the one with hate, right, I think Bukachai one, it's very random, it's everywhere. So water and things like water and essential, they can capture all these emotions. It can capture your word. Like Catholics, when they bless with holy water. Boleh ada tak? Tak ada kan? So there are certain things that, like when we anoint, we use oil to anoint a person. When you do baptism and all, because all this carries an intention. And you mandi bunga, sometimes you say you want to bang shui, you mandi bunga, right? I remember last time my parents, if I go for a wake, if I go for a pay respect, come back either you mandi bunga or you step over the with flowers. Yeah. So actually, essential oils also comes from plants and flowers also. So it's the same thing if you use it to shower. Okay. So it really, really captures. Okay. Before I proceed, I want to show you something. I want really one of you first, and then your turns to try. This is the dowser case record. This is the dowser. What I usually use this is to check chakras. Have you heard of chakras? Your energy points. The 7 energy, you got your okay, from the bottom is your root. Okay, your root, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus. Now, this solar plexus is where you attract abundance. If you are very low in confidence, if you feel like your creativity is blocked, that means your solar plexus is blocked. Okay, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, then your third eye, want to see ghosts, is your wisdom, okay, your third eye, okay. People always say, open up the third eye, open up the third eye. Because when you open up the third eye, you have wisdom. You can see things before it happens, you can know that, oh, I shouldn't go this way. That's what it means, your wisdom. Okay, it's not for you to see the roof of ghosts or no ghosts. It's just your wisdom. Okay, and your crown chakra. The crown chakra is to connect to the higher sources, whether you call it God, energy, whichever religion is. So, with your thoughts, okay, one of you can come and try. With your thoughts, when I ask you to look at it and think clockwise with your thoughts, and you see my hand won't move up. This dowser can follow your thoughts. Okay? I show you mine first, then I let you try. Okay, I'm going to turn it clockwise. Clockwise. Okay. Now I'm going to think of it, not ask, thinking my thoughts. My thoughts, because thoughts are energy. I'm trying to show you thoughts are actually energy. Okay, I'm going to do it anti-clockwise. Okay. Now I'm going to think clockwise. Now I'm going to change my mind to anti-clockwise without stopping it. Okay. Can you, when I changed my mind, it went like that first. Okay, now I let you try. Now, who wants to try? To just have an experience to see your thoughts. It's actually a frequency and energy that you can actually move. Actually, when you don't want to, if you don't want to play with it, you don't need to wear this time. You can just like tie a ring onto a string. Wants to try? Come, try. I let you think inside what you want to do. Then you tell me what you said, okay? So now it's all right. So you just stop it. It's not like you cannot make up your mind, right? You cannot make up your mind. So I see the thing. After that, you went anti-clockwise, then I think after you change your mind clockwise. Yeah. You can hold it on your own. You can try. Let's do it for like 5 to 10 minutes. Each one of you try. You try now, because if I hold, you think maybe I'm moving it, right? You try it on yourself. Now I let you try first. You try on yourself, you hold it. And you think, just don't drop it out. Okay, follow your mind. You just hold it now. And then you concentrate and you send your thoughts whether what direction you want it on. It's really your thoughts.
So have that type.
So thoughts really have energy. You try it? You can try. Because your thoughts really got energy. me say no. It really works because thoughts really work. I'm trying to
其实你在讲自己讲话，
一开始我是这样。No magic in your thoughts.
这样子就
最后你是
很低，
NT
知道很多杂乱在里面，还是左右摇摆。
It's also depending on how focused you are. Correct? Okay. So you want to try, you all think anti-clockwise, we think clockwise. Okay? Oh. So anti-clockwise, your clockwise,
不要抢。
I tell you why it's clockwise, because this dowser belongs to me.
Oh.
Yeah, so I have a more, yeah, I have a stronger energy connection towards it. Yeah, but still, when that's why I say I don't hold it. You try it on your own, because if you tell me, I can control it for you. If you have told me that I'm going to turn it clockwise, I can make it control it. Yeah. So I let you try it. It really, it's just your thoughts. Yeah, it's really thoughts. That's why you can see like, you know, I don't know, last time, have you seen people like they can, with thoughts, by how training their thoughts, they are able to pull things with their hand, you know, heavy objects. It's all mind, you know, it's really all a mind game. Yeah, it's all inside your mind. If you are able to bend the spoon, yeah. And my cousin did it before, okay? She also, there was, I think they were doing some training about mind. So the trainer told her, you just feel that the energy you have can bend the spoon. Tell yourself you can bend the spoon. Keep telling yourself that bend the spoon. She picked up the spoon, she bent the spoon. Up to now, the spoon is still inside the display. The bent spoon. It is really a mind thing. Everything you do is in your mind. So why I brought this with me today is I need to show you all your thoughts really have power. Yeah. Really have power. So if your kid, if you know that your person was telling negative thoughts to yourself, it's time to really change. Yeah. Because it affects you in the body. And if you don't, eventually when you grow older, when you start to have diseases, you cannot say that it's not my fault. The person who has a disease and a condition in the body actually is all from that person itself. It's not from outside. You don't say the food we eat, but you decide to do the food we want. It's everything from us. You cannot go outside. So if you control your thoughts, right, your world will change. You can change your thoughts, your world will change. Okay. So with that understanding, any questions so far? Any questions you want to ask me on this or the essential oils? You know, why can it heal? Why this? Why that? Whatever. any thoughts before I proceed to this? You're too amazed with it, isn't it? Okay. Anyway, I'll go on with it. This card that you have, at the back got my number and my email address. Best to contact me to WhatsApp or email, sometimes it's good. If you have any questions after that, after this session, feel free to just WhatsApp me, okay? I'll get in touch with you guys. Okay. So I'm going